My name is Xavier, and welcome to the December 2017 Christmas-themed channel update. 100% Christmas theme. We're looking around here, and we're seeing literally someone came in here and they decked these halls in true fa-la-la-la-la style. We got Christmas tree wallpaper, we got Christmas carpet, we got candy cane flagpoles, we got glow-in-the-dark, like, Christmas ornament things flying around on the carpet. Someone dropped, I guess. Should be on the tree. And we got some Christmas music playing in the background as well. 100% Christmas. That being said, it's been a month since the last channel update, so I guess it's time to talk about updates since the last month, is I guess how these things work, right? Alright, I'm not a big fan of making these episodes, really, to be entirely honest. Just talking about nothing for 20 minutes. I don't know. I'd like to have something to talk about, but free-flowing thought, I'd rather just, like, go play another game and talk about that than do this. However, it seems like people like this sort of stuff, so I don't have any cat footage to splice in here, because since the last channel update, I don't think I've left the house. I've been just making videos and working on video-related stuff, like 70, 80, maybe even 90 hours a week. Literally every waking moment, trying to get things in order here. So unfortunately, no cat stuff this month, but maybe next month, or maybe not, because it might be cold. Then again, it's not that cold where I live, so if I get an opportunity, I'll go try to do that for the January update. Speaking of the January update, that's going to be a very special update, because that'll be the 1-year mark from when this channel started growing out of practically nothing. The release of Long War was January 18th, 2017. So that'll be kind of a milestone to see what has happened in 1 year since I started putting episodes out that people actually watch to some extent. But that's neither here nor there. For this update, let's see what my list of stuff here is. The first thing I need to talk about is the video release schedule. So in the November update, I changed to the 3 major series running 5 episodes a week, Monday through Friday, and then I was going to do random stuff on the weekend. And okay, that worked out actually pretty well. In fact, it worked out too well, because then the weekend stuff became very important. Like, I started doing more Let's Tries, and then I finally started getting access to more keys, like press release keys. I still have more to do. I want to do some more mini-series. Basically, I do not have enough time to produce, like, the 3 main series on the channel, and also do all the Let's Try stuff, and also, like, little mini-series on the Let's Try stuff, which I really both want to do, and actually kind of need to do, because growing the channel is kind of important to not starving at some point in my existence. So with that being said, I was thinking of alternating every other day with the 3 main series on the channel. So instead of Monday through Friday for, like, RimWorld or Long War, it'd just be every other day, which is essentially 3.5 episodes per week, down from 5. But at the same time, that'll free up a whole bunch more time to do little mini-series, like on IUBS 2, which I've been having a lot of fun with, and Railway Empire, and whatever else comes out that looks super fun, which is actually a lot of stuff. And then, another thing I really want to try, and I'm not sure I'm going to be good at this or not, but I want to try it because it seems very appealing, is more like post-commentary, humor-oriented videos. Maybe. I want to at least try it. Kind of like if you guys have seen Drew Durnall, like his more recent episodes, but more, kind of like his Long War episodes. The first one I've seen of his in, like, several years was the Total War release. But he's terrible at Total War. So I want to do something, or at least try to do something similar to that, but actually be semi-good at the game I'm playing, which would be kind of interesting. I don't know if that'll work out or not, but it interests me. I want to give it a go, and I need some time to make that happen, which means I need to free up the main series on the channel running through the whole week of time. Speaking of, I'm like 8 episodes behind right now. It's an overwhelming amount of stuff. I think I need to do something about these super ultra long format video series, because it's weird now. Now that I do all these Let's Try things, I have this ridiculously huge juxtaposition between, like, 120 episode Long War series that are an hour long each on average, and then, like, 6 one-off Let's Try videos in one day, or whatever that is. Like, as a new potential viewer or subscriber to the channel, what the heck do you make out of that? It's all over the place. All over the place. So, with that in mind, I've been thinking about, for the first time ever, actually trying to stream. And that would be the perfect place, I think, for series like Total War, And, you know, Divinity as well. I could bring that back and finally finish it up. Someone actually mentioned that in the Discord server, because Divinity would be best played in a streaming format, I think. At least I could potentially have the justification to finish it. Kind of the same deal with Long War. Like, Long War is... I mean, not Long War. Everything's just... There's war and everything. Total War, Long War, Rim War. I don't know. They're all basically wars, in my opinion, but... Total War is the one I'm talking about right now, because it's like so minimally viewed. It doesn't make sense to make episodes on it for the channel, but at the same time, it's super duper fun. But at the same time, I can't just keep making things that I literally lose money making. I mean, I could, and then if I did, though, at some point, the channel's gone, just like Toodles. I don't know when that would be. It could be any time, to be honest. I have no idea. We'll see. But regardless... Moving the super long format stuff to streaming, I think would be a good idea. I'm still going to finish Long War, but I think future Total War stuff might be better fit there. Or, alternatively, maybe I could do some, like, humor-oriented stuff with it, where I just play it without having to talk nonstop, and then edit up some kind of cool, funny-looking, like, highlight thing where you can still follow along, but it's, like, more humorous and entertaining. I don't know. There's a bunch of things I want to try. I guess we'll see in the future how that stuff pans out, so long as I have the time to actually try it, which I can only do by modifying the schedule once again. Once again, a friend, as they say. So what else is on the list here? On my things I wanted to talk about. Let's see. Long Water. Yeah, Long Water. Oh, God. So Long Water has become, finally, after, like, playing it all Season 3, and it's been super duper fun. It's finally got to the point where it started to get annoying, because... the loading times have gone through the roof, and the bugs have gone through the roof as well. Like, 5 episodes in a row, there's been bugs. People are dying from them, and the loading time's taking forever. So I think for my sanity, I need to cut back on that a little bit. Especially now that the episodes, like, next week's episodes, I think are an hour and 15 minutes long. And the week before that was an hour on average. And the week before that was, like, 48 minutes on average. They're just getting out of control. Like, out of control! In fact, cutting back to 3 episodes a week of Long War is probably still more... Actually, I know for a fact it's way more time than I had to put in at the beginning of the series, which is unfortunate because only, like, you know, a third of the people actually stick around for the end of the series versus the beginning of the series. So it's like you put 3 times as long to record and, like, a third of the people watch it. It's like 600% less efficient. But regardless, that's kind of a micro thing I just didn't really need to mention, but I figured I would, because it's kind of a decent justification, because I want that series to end well, and I think the only way to do that is to cut back on playing it so, like, the time per week is the same, even though the number of episodes goes down, because they're just getting longer and longer and longer. And then meanwhile, RimWorld, I swore I would not do the same thing I did with this season of RimWorld that I did in the last seasons, which was spend 30 hours working on prep and balance and all that stuff, and then finally actually start recording. Lo and behold, it's exactly what I did. I think I'm up to 30 hours of, like, messing with mods, running, like, tests on various things, and trying to make it so I don't completely die instantaneously. And, like, rebalancing the weapons and stuff so that they're not, like, they're not guns and they're more medieval. And for that 30 hours of effort, I think I've got about 7 hours of actual footage up on YouTube on top of that. Not the most efficient. 37 hours invested, 7 hours of video produced. I just want it to be good. I just want a good, really awesome production-style series. And I don't want something super terrible where I just overlook something and we die instantaneously. It's like, oh, there we go. There goes all those stories. So I keep putting in the effort to make that happen. It's been working out pretty good so far. The series is actually pretty enjoyable, but just so much work getting it together. Like, what happens when this episode ends? This series could actually only run like 20-25 episodes before it completes. And then, what do I do then? Another 30 hours of setup for another, like, 8 hours of footage? I hope not. I was thinking the next one would be less mobile, so it'd be a little bit more balanced. Like, maybe we hang out in the base and we have vampires or something, or some sort of story-driven plot, more narrative and less, like, challenge. Which is actually something I've been trying to get away from on the channel, like all the no-pause stuff. I've done it. It succeeds. Ultimately, almost nobody cares. So I think I'm gonna... It's hard to do it for me, because for me, I really enjoy the challenge. But I think focusing more on the content and less on, like, the challenge probably at best in the long run. Just to a small extent. Just a very, very, very small extent. Like, for example, in They Are Billions, I tried to record yesterday, but unfortunately, believe it or not, I recorded an entire episode, and I'm like, oh my god, this game's so easy! And I really did try to force myself to stop every 10 days, just to do like an overview, like, okay, here's what's going on, here's what I want to do for the next 10 days. I did it once on day 10, and then I just played no pause all the way through the end of the game. And then, wouldn't you know, this is hilarious and true, I then found out that I wasn't playing on the snow map. Yep, I played a whole game, 3 hours, without even realizing I wasn't on the right map. So, that happens. Is anyone really surprised, though? Are you? I doubt it. I doubt it. I'm not even going to bother to render it because I've already done that map. Like, you know, it's kind of weird going back to They Are Billions. On the first map, it's so it's like mind-bogglingly easy now. Third map, I've had a lot more difficulty with, but I haven't played it much since all the new changes with the sharpshooters and veterans and all that. So I want to do that again soon. But again, I haven't had time because there's been too many main series to keep up with. So that's part of this update, channel update. Speaking of channel updates, I've been responding to less comments lately than before. Partly because I've been talking a lot more on Discord. There's only so much time to go around between, like, commenting and talking to people, but Discord is just easier. Like, everyone's there's immediate responses. I only have to say something once, and then there's, like, people don't have to go looking for it. Like, it's right there in the history. Whereas with comments on YouTube, you know, like 10 people might make the same comment, and they don't all read the response that I've already given. Like, in fact, that's one of the things I really hate about YouTube comments. It's like, someone says something, I respond, and then, like, 10 more people will not read the response and post the exact same thing. It's so inefficient. It's not even the fact that it happens that bothers me. It's just the inefficiency. I cannot abide inefficiency anywhere in humanity. I say as I ramble on unbelievably inefficiently for 14 consecutive minutes without taking 3 seconds to take a breath, all talking about completely nothing. But alas, that's why you're all here, isn't it? Isn't it when it's all said and done? I have no idea. Anyway, if you're not already on the Discord server, you should probably join it, because I'm there every day. Literally every day. And if you wanted to say something, that's like the easiest place to get like a super fast response. Plus, if I'm not there, other people oftentimes cover whatever their responses are, which is really awesome. So that's a thing. There's a link in the description down below for that. And then what else I want to talk about here? Oh, the 4K 60 content stuff. So that made a lot of sense for Long War, and I'm still going to do it for Long War, but I think I need to cut back on that for every other game, because it takes an asinine amount of time. Basically, YouTube will just transcode X264 up to 1080p, but when you upload something that's beyond 1080p, they will then transcode, you know, all the resolutions up to 1080p in 264, and then they'll transcode 1440 and 4K in 265, and that takes like 10 times as long to do those things. So I actually recorded 3 episodes today this morning that I edited, rendered, uploaded, and released and processed today before noon, which is only possible because I was using like 1080p. Most of them were 30 FPS because they weren't even like action-packed games, but some of them were still 60 FPS, like Ayub's is 60 FPS. But regardless, you know, I set that up a long time ago for Long War because I really wanted, since XCOM looks really good, I wanted it to look as good as it possibly could. And that's been something I just kind of ran with. But I don't know if it's entirely necessary for RimWorld, for sure. Total War seems to make a lot of sense in 4K 60, sort of. Not even sure if it needs to be 60. I wonder if 30 would be fine for that. I don't know. Let me know. I guess it doesn't really matter because I really need to move Total War like off the channel or into streaming or highlights or something, because it just doesn't make sense to pump out like 8 hours of content for that every week or 2 weeks or whatever. When so few people enjoy it compared to everything else. But regardless, that is what I'm thinking about with content creation. Like, it needs to be lower resolution sometimes just to be able to get things out faster, especially because I have to go through the stupid demonetization nonsense on 100% of my videos still. You'd think after having over 100 videos flagged as inappropriate and 100% of them being flagged as still appropriate manually, YouTube would stop being an idiot and stop flagging every single one of my videos. But no. So that, with the 4K videos, that takes way longer. Like, it takes several days before they get flagged, but with a 1080p, they get flagged almost instantaneously and unflagged almost instantaneously. Not sure what the deal is with that, but that can make a huge difference in getting videos out, especially now because I'm way behind on videos. I need to get ahead of them, but anywho, that's what I was thinking on that. And then last but not least, I swear, the game is over! Wouldn't you know, though, I didn't win this one. There was that one hole that I did really badly on with 8 just a little while ago, and I could have won that one. But unfortunately, I'm 4 behind. I guess the thing of it is, you know, Coney Pony has to win once of his life, because if he doesn't, he's just going to be a loser forever. And that's how it is. Like, if you don't win, you're a loser. So I'm kind of glad that he won once, although I'm not glad that we're playing this stupid map. Oh my god. This is blinding watching this at a 55-inch screen in front of me. My whole room is like cyan and magenta right now. It's hideous in here. Anyway, I need to finish this up because this content's almost over here, and I still have one more thing to talk about. But the thing is, I want to make a channel trailer that appears on the homepage, because, you know, that's a smart thing to do for someone who wants to grow a channel. So I've been told over and over and over again. And I've never made one because I didn't really know what to do with it. But I was thinking of just throwing together a bunch of, like, highlights. Like funny moments or, you know, like short 5-second, 10-second clips here or there. So my question is, to all of you, what are your favorites? Like, if you had to pick one, like, 5 to 10-second, like, clip or highlight from the entire series history, or the entire channel history, what would it be? Leave that in the comments down below, and maybe I can slap them all together and make some sort of thing which would actually convert viewers into subscribers, which would then convert into views, which would then mean I can actually make videos without, like, half of a McDonald's level wage with twice the amount of effort put in every week. Not that I'm complaining about that, except that I am, because being poor is terrible. It's terrible! Gotta get rich. You know how you get rich? You play Candyland golf and talk without shutting up for 20 minutes. Anyways, that's that update. Next update, it's a biggin. It's a biggin, friends. It's January, the 1-year mark. But until then, I'll see you soon. And thanks for watching.